with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey, it's Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more. And if it's Tuesday, that means we're live on Talk 4 TV, Talk 4 Media, K4 HD Radio, streaming on over 100 outlets around the world as usual. This is live show Tosh, 153 live shows in a row and counting. And so I've been looking forward to this show because you just never know what's going on around the world. I just got back from Nashville, Tennessee, visiting Howard, going to the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum with Howard. It's good to talk to Carol this morning. It's good to talk to Gloria in the afternoon. Mark, I haven't talked to you in a while. Tosh, I haven't seen you in a long time. But here's the good thing about this. Everybody's here, and that's the fun thing. So, Mark Miller, when you can be that cleaner water guy, which is important, because I'm in North Carolina, I think I told you, water sucks here. Yeah, I said it's not good. My skin is dry, everything. Tosh, you know about having good, clean skin because of all that stuff. But when you know, it's always about being prepared for safe, clean water. Everybody needs it. You can't do a lot of stuff without it. And so, Mark, it's always about that situation when it comes to that, taking that, your daily dirty tap water and turning it into clean water. That's a great thing. Everybody needs that, especially in emergencies. So he will talk about that, and he has that. So that's why he's the water guy. Thank you, Mark Miller, for coming in. I'm glad. It was good seeing you last week at Michael Whitehouse's show every Friday when I can tap in. And then we have the attorney. I love this young lady. I don't use that word love like anything. I don't, but I do. I adore her. I love the fact when you can start your own Gloria Law group as that founding member of that and do your pro bono work for helping all of those lower income people, consumer, landlord, tenant, domestic, anti-bullying, which gets her attention, right, Gloria? Working on family issues and being that award winner too. And you have to always say this, we have to thank you for your service because being that military person, that is very, very important. She's going to talk about a little bit about the Diddy case, but also about all the stuff that she's doing because Howard's wife is enthralled with it, I'm sure. She's probably watching it in the other room right now someplace. And then, Carol, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, followed by Howard, followed by Tosh. Go ahead.
Hi there. So you know how women sometimes can't close the gap from 6 to 7 figures? Maybe you don't know, but that's often the case. And that's what I do. I help women close that gap. Why do I do it? Because I believe this time in history is the greatest time for women who have often been compromised financially and had to sacrifice themselves in ways that were not appropriate to be able to have great abundance, great wealth for great impact. And so I am running right now a masterclass. It is on Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time called Heal Your Limiting Money Stories Masterclass to unlock your 7-figure wealth, right? Is this possible? Yes. You're going to hear some client testimonials about how this is possible. And it's really counterintuitive to the ways you might think. So it's all about moving you forward, getting you unstuck. In addition to co-hosting movie reviews and more, I also co-host the Unleashed and Unstoppable podcast with Alex Leanne Carter, and that's weekly. And we talk all about the neuroscience of leadership, health, and wealth. And so we love bringing that information to you. I'm a certified neuro coach, and I'm an international business owner, multi-business owner. and I'm here to help you obtain the results that you would like with your wealth.
Howard Wiggins, and take yourself off of mute.
All right, there I am. Yeah. So I'm Howard Wiggins. I'm son of Little Roy Wiggins, plays steel guitar for Eddie Arnold. I'm one of the top 5 interior designers. And of course, Brian and I went to the Music City Hall of Fame, which he's going to talk about that, and saw the Brenda Lee documentary. Let's see, actor, dancer, podcast host, of everything, author. So that's it.
Vocally Taj.
Yes. Hello. Welcome to Movie Reviews and More Tuesdays. I'm Natasha, or they call me Vocally Tosh, and I'm a singer-songwriter, Latin singer-songwriter. I've been doing it since 2020, writing my own music and just, sharing it with the world, and feeling very happy that I chose to go with like my gut and go into music. I've had some amazing opportunities to sing in different cities like New York, Las Vegas, and I've been able to get into collaborations that have boosted up my career. So it's been a very fun journey, but I also dive into other things beside music. I'm really into social media right now. I'm helping other people how to brand themselves effectively on social media, whether it's with network marketing or email marketing or affiliate marketing. So I help people that are trying to get into that, and also teaching them how to monetize their social media, whether it's either with like beauty products or already products that are already done for you. So I do a little bit of both, and I'm a bartender too. So I'm always surrounded by people, which is something that I really, really love, to always be around people. And that's why I love, being part of the show as well, because I get to meet other people that I probably would have never met, because, you guys don't live in Florida. So here we go.
It's all right. So, Mark, let's talk about clean water. We need that.
Yes, you know how people really like to have pure water, but they really don't trust their water. What we do is help them to know that they can have clean water every single day from the time they purchase what we have, safer, cleaner water system. It works for every emergency. It'll take care of you, your family, up to 300 other individuals at the same time, no matter what the situation. No electricity required. We also focus on those that are vulnerable with staying in places like shelters or recovery centers, etc. And we have a way with our nonprofit entity to help those actually have pure water for those 300 or so they serve. So bottom line, from the time you receive a safer, cleaner water system from Dr. H2O, you will never have to worry about pure water for the rest of your life, because the filter has a lifetime guarantee, and it comes to your home delivered, shipping included, $99, everything that you need. And again, we're focused on also helping those in communities that really need the help. We're here to bring water for life to everybody, especially those that are the most vulnerable.
And Gloria.
Yes. I felt like you gave me a really good introduction earlier. Did you want me to add to that?
Oh yeah, we got to hear it in your voice. We got to hear what you're working on and everything too.
Oh man, where to begin? I was in second grade. No. Currently, I hold the position of being the founding attorney of the Gloria Law Group, and underneath the Gloria Law Group, which is my for-profit private firm, where we do what's called door law, whatever walks through the door. My criteria is, can I help you? Do we get along? And is there an interesting factor in your case where I am personally vested? And that, for me, the last part, I've had a lot of clients come to me over the years where I knew I could help them. I knew that they needed help. And I knew it would be a really complicated, messy, 5 lawyers said no. And that always kind of like, But if it really interests me, then I don't care. Let's do it. You want to go to trial when 7 other lawyers told you that, you should take the deal, and you want to go to trial, let's go to trial. Let's do it. But those 3 things, for whatever it's worth, when you meet a lawyer, maybe they're the most expensive for whatever that's worth. Maybe they're the most prestigious. But I think one of the most important things when you're trying to hire a lawyer is get a lawyer that you get along with. And just recently, I remember I had a consultation with a guy. It was a divorce case. I could tell he had a really hard time talking to me about his mistress. I could see like the shame and the embarrassment that he was placing on himself. I was not judging this man at all. I've seen it all, you know, but I could tell he couldn't open up to me. So I said, listen, let me walk you across the street to my friend Robert Stavens, talk to him, and I think you'll be a better fit with him. And they were absolutely. So get along with your lawyer first.
See, and that's a good thing, obviously, too. Hey, Carol, what else has been going on? And then, like, if we got Sophia on the phone, so we'll get it up.
So much has been going on, right? So my second grandbaby has been with me, and my year-long program's opening up. So doing a relaunch with a newborn has been really fun. Right? Because their hands, you know, it's two hands, like they're still in that fragile stage. They can't hold their heads up, and it's all hands on deck, right? So it's been a challenge, but so worthwhile. I'm in love. Yeah.
See, and that's a good thing. And Rebel, I think we have her. Let's try it. If not, Terry, introduce yourself. Hold on, Rebel, go ahead.
Okay.
Sophia is here. She's audio only at this moment.
Okay.
Hi,
let's talk.
Sophia.
Hi, Sophia.
Hello. Unfortunately, I was not able to log in through my computer, and I barely can see anyone on the phone.
That's okay. You know, as we're talking about stuff, you know, it's always interesting. We're showing photos of you because we're streaming on over 100 at the same time. So
Yeah.
Sophia, what they're doing, I'm used to doing this. They're seeing your gorgeous eyes that remind me of Sophia Loren and Gina Lola Brigida. They're looking at Radiant right now, which is important. But you know what? Why am I talking for her? Let's have you talk about what you're doing. They're seeing your gown at the Italian Film Festival in Hollywood, that I was at Beverly Hills, that I was supposed to go at, that I couldn't make it to because I was on the East Coast. Let's talk about what you're doing, because you're busy right now. You're on sets. We understand these things.
I just flew back from New York, so I'm a little bit off. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm jumping in on this completely. I'm so not technological, so my computer didn't work. I'm sorry, I wasn't there in the beginning. What am I doing?
Wait a minute. You're back in California already?
I am back in
Oh
California.
my God. No
Yes.
wonder. So you get a good pass. So let's talk about you, because I haven't tried this brand, but I know it's great. Anything that's made in Italy, and when you're in Italian Greece, and you've been on The Sopranos, and you've been on CIS Miami, you work with Bob Zemeckis, all of my favorite directors, and you work with Wolf. Anytime, anybody who can work with, you know, Wolf Productions, Law and Order, Criminal Minds, anything
Chicago
like that,
Justice, yeah.
and that too, you know, you've become something. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but also Wayne Brady says hi. So I had to put that in there.
Oh, yeah, I love it. We had such a good time. Let me find this, because on top of it, my phone wasn't charged. My computer was charged.
But that's
So,
okay, because you were just at a convention, so the audience doesn't understand. I didn't think she flew back to California. So no
I
wonder.
did. I flew back late, and so today I'm a little underslept, but thank God for my skincare line. So yes, to your many questions that you had after 3 decades of being in front of the camera as an actress, and before that as a model, I wanted to use what I've learned myself. I look at all those great pictures and what I use for myself, you know. I mean, the demand of Hollywood is really high in staying fresh and young, and I don't really care about synthetic things, so I'm going to do it in gracefully as much as I can. I am in my 50s, so I wanted to create something that works for me and share that with everybody else. My purpose has definitely been to inspire, to entertain, and to bring beauty. I paint, I love things, I love all beautiful things. And I found this incredible chemist in Italy. This is not my first rodeo. I was starting 12 years ago to put together a skincare line. I'm really grateful it didn't work out. You know, sometimes you have to fail something to find something much, much better. Most of the time, it's like that, right?
Absolutely.
And I found this incredible chemist in Italy. And together we created an exclusive formula. I have now created a skincare line with 4 products called Radiant by Sofia Milos. Here we go. I don't know if you can see it. It's unisex for men and for women. I'm launching now the
Sophia, show
founding.
that again. We just got a close up on your beautiful face. Go ahead. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it's farm sourced in Italy, handcrafted in our labs in Florence. It's vegan, it's chemical free. I personally think that what we put on our body is just as important as what we put into our body. Of course, you know, mindful living and healthy and fitness, everything contributes to longevity and to timeless beauty, if you want to use that. I think that true luxury is inside out beauty. So it definitely starts inside out. But it is really important what we put on our skin. And for me, I wanted to share something because in my search, I found that there is a lot of synthetic products here and a lot of chemicals that are allowed still here in the States, unfortunately. And I don't want to put them on my skin, and I don't think anybody should. So people are becoming more educated, more aware. You can Google anything, you can find out really if you want to. And there is a lot of hormone altering ingredients here that are allowed, and I don't want that on my body. I don't want that on my face. So for me, sharing this product is really about bringing true food to everybody for their skin, for a radiant glow, for plumpy. I mean, it's amazing. I'm a huge fan of this cream. I created it and elaborated it 2 years ago, and perfecting it. It has vegetable stem cells in it. It has reishi, which is Ganoderma. It's a mushroom that is very regenerative. It
Wow.
has avocado pulp and avocado oil, which of course is rich in vitamin A, E, B, D, fatty acids. It has squalane in it, which is natural. It has true, beautiful cold press Sicilian olive oil.
Wow.
It is amazing. It has 20. Okay, one thing that I discovered in finding all the comparables here in the States, the best I could find in natural products was maybe 4 active ingredients. It has 21 active ingredients.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Sophia, how do you keep from putting a spoon in and eating it? That sounds
Right?
amazing.
I mean, seriously, that's a great question. And I am not coming out yet with this, but it is the cleansing milk is mango and jojoba
Oh, wow.
cleansing milk. Pistachio is, of course, a great anti-inflammatory. Men can use it for a perfect shave. Women can use it to remove their makeup. Sorry, I have to hold the phone because it actually doesn't have a stand. So
No,
let me
you're
see.
doing good.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Let's do this. Hold on, hold on. I'm putting
And while
here.
you're doing that, Terry, ask a question because you interviewed her. Go ahead, Ted.
Oh, no, no. I'm just excited. I really want to try all these products because we talked about them on the red carpet at Jonathan Baker's and then also at Heather's gifting suite. So I got the pleasure of meeting Sophie. So it's so good to see you again.
Nice to see you. Nice to
Yes.
see you.
And since I am in my 50s as well, I try to use, nourishing products like this stuff to, make my skin radiant because the skin is the largest organ in your body. People don't
Absolutely.
realize that. So
Exactly.
everything you put on there absorbs into your body. So you want to
That's
make
right.
sure that you're using really clean products because I mean, a lot of people don't realize that a lot of cancers and stuff are caused by some of the stuff we put on our skin. So I love that the
Perfect.
fact that it's all natural. And
Oh, yes.
I really kind of am curious of what the pistachio smells like that you've got in there. What is
The,
it? How would you?
they're very clean smelling. There is no
Mm-hmm,
artificial synthetic fragrances. So it's, of course,
mm-hmm,
natural oils, right? Um, it smells really clean, fresh, natural. Some of the European brands that don't are very biologic, which is superior to
mm-hmm,
organic, have a very interesting smell. Actually, these are very pleasant. The scrub is divine. It is from the, if
Wow.
you like wine, it's from the Amarone skin grapes, okay? From the Marchesi Fumanelli winery, we get their wine
mm-hmm.
grape skins, and then it's hand processed with sweet almond oil, jojoba. So it's beautiful. Men, women, skin to prep it once, twice a week. It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. The rose musk serum, which is another beauty. It has so many things. Men will love it as an aftershave. You can use it if it's really hot and humid as a day cream. Probably most women in their 50s and up want to use it as a serum and then the fountain of youth on top. The fountain of youth is now available on the website as of now in pre-orders with a discount because it's a pre-order. So I want to allow first access and make everybody note who has been a supporter so that once the product arrives, and it'll be slightly more, I know who my supporters are. So right now, 10% off the Fountain of Youth is available and ordered. I'm so excited.
So, Sophia, you got to speak in Greek too, because we have a big Greek following around the world.
That's
So,
right.
and she does speak 7 languages, so I think she could do that. Go ahead, say it in your natural language. Go ahead.
What do you want me to say?
You,
Vuoi che ti parlo l'italiano? Ti dico delle mie creme che sono fatte a Firenze con tanta bellezza e tanta naturalezza.
Mm.
What do you want me to say? Something in French?
you got to say it
No,
in Italian too. You are Greek and Italian, right?
that was Italian.
Okay. See, tells you how much I know.
Mais je parle aussi français parce que j'ai vécu pendant 10 ans avec une famille tunisienne. Donc, elle a appris l'italien et moi français. I speak German, of course. I speak Swiss because I was born in Switzerland. I'm actually going to film in Switzerland, in St. Moritz,
Oh wow.
January
Oh
and
yeah.
February.
Wow.
Amazing movie. I'm so excited. It's called The Miracle of Webs. And Gianfranco Tordi is the producer and the writer, and he's been working on this forever and ever. It is incredible. I'm very excited to shoot that.
Wow.
And Gloria, Gloria Rodriguez, she's a pit bull. Let's just put it that way when it comes to attorney. But she was also at the gifting suite, so you probably ran into her at Muskie training. Gloria, go ahead.
I did. And Sophia, one thing that
Yes.
stood out when we met, it was very quick, but Heather introduced us. And when the questions came to your other work, you were like very, comprehensive in your answer. But when it came to your skin line, the passion just came out. Like, it was like a different, kind of aura that you gave off. And I just remember that staying with me. Like, this woman really loves her product. I could tell that you put so much into it. And it smells amazing. Let me just tell you, I loved my little sampler. I remember wanting to buy more, and then I had to leave, and I came back and there weren't any more. So I was very sad, but it smells amazing. It stayed on so well. It's not greasy. It won't leave that shiny afterglow, but I felt really, really well hydrated, which was amazing. It was great.
I'm sold.
Yeah, I used it on the
sold.
plane coming back during my flight too, and I didn't arrive dry at all. I'm very, very tired, yet I feel it's really plump. It keeps my skin plump and fresh and young. So hopefully with that, I can have that glow and share that glow. But
Well,
yes,
you
you know what?
have it as it is. You have it.
Yeah.
She's
Thank
got
you.
this look.
That's
She
right.
has this look. Every time someone's interviewing her, she stares off. I'm like, what's she looking at? It's a fascinating look. I've never seen it before. Well, I have seen it. I saw it from Gina Lola Brigida. And it's just her eyes
Oh
are like
wow.
crystal.
Yeah, so
You just
luminous,
click them.
right? Yeah.
Absolutely. I've never seen it since then. And the last time I saw, we call it
That's a
Lola.
beautiful compliment. Thank you so much. I want to answer you. There is something to be said when you put so much work, like, I mean, like a
Yeah.
baby, so much for 7 days a week without taking a penny in creating something, it's your baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You know, and I wanted, I'm very high demand in what I put on my skin. I'm very, very, I like good food. I like very pasture raised, organic. I'm
Mhm.
very, very, exactly,
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that these are certified. Not, oh, another thing, unheard of. Depending on which one, they're certified 88% to 99% natural.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
very high. They're certified vegan, except for the rose musk serum. But my fountain of youth is vegan. The scrub is vegan. And of course, phthalate free. Always check that you don't have phthalates in your in the skincare because they are hormone altering, and like you mentioned, they can cause cancer. So it's very important that we don't put that on our skin, right? We want to be really sure that we put good, clean food. I have really found that in my personal life and in my professional life, true luxury is inside out beauty. So
Mm.
the glow, what is the glow? Is my face, I'm sure.
Well, there's
And
a reason why I say that thing of what you're talking about, because to me, you look like you're 36. And
thank
that's
you.
how I picture
I
you
know I
because of
have
how you
people
look.
looking, did she get? I'm like, no, 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 no.
No, 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 no. And so, Howard, Howard's in Nashville, Tennessee. Howard's always about looking great. He has that's a real room that he has. Nothing, everything's organic, and that he is the dapper when it comes to us, the guys on movie reviews and more. I don't care how I look. That's not true. But I'll never look like Howard does unless I use what Sophia has. Howard, tell her where you are, what you do, because
Ask
Howard's always
Sophia to
about
guess
that.
my age. Ask Sophia to
I,
guess my age. I guess my age.
I can't, you know how big
You
you
know
are
my
on
age?
my phone? I'm not on the computer, so that's not a fair
Yeah.
question. On my computer, you look like,
All
other
right.
than the white beard, you look like you're 40. So I have no idea.
Oh,
I
way
can't
higher than that. I could be
I
your
can't
father.
see very well. It's all very, very tiny. Everybody is as big as a little thumbnail.
Well, to put it for you, he's
Okay.
73, and his dad started the Grand Ole Opry with Eddie Arnold. So we were just in Nashville, Tennessee over the weekend doing stuff, and he is always dressed to the max. He loves to dance. It's always about the way he looks with things, and that's important to
Yeah.
him. So when it comes to the things of what you created, that's important. That's how Howard looks like, if you could see him. Always immaculate. Me, no, I'm always dressed down. It's about everybody else. But I love that. And Tosh, talk about what you're doing, because I was thinking about what you were doing with Sophia. It's created, and that's important. Followed by Mark Miller.
So what have I been doing? Well, I was gone to Europe
You
for
were in
2
you were in
weeks.
Italy too, weren't you?
Yes, I was in Rome and Livorno and Florence. I went with my mom and my grandma. We decided to take, a trip together, a girls' trip. And it was like such a magical moment. I mean, I'm blessed that I was able to experience that with my mom and my grandma, because, you never know when is your day, in this world. So you always have to say yes to every opportunity. And there was a moment that I wasn't gonna go because of work, and I said, you know what, like, if I get fired, then I get fired. Like, a job, you can find a job anytime. So I'm glad that I made that decision, and it was the best decision that I did. So I did that. I got a lot of inspiration over there. I was on a cruise as well, so I started getting back into my writing habits and started writing some really amazing music. Last night I went to the studio and I recorded one of the songs, which is going to be with another artist. And it was kind of like an awakening for me, like a recharge. I felt like I needed a recharge, and there was a lot of things that I needed to work, like mentally, and that trip served to give me that moment that I needed to be away from everything from here and just focus over there. And yeah, I feel like I'm back super recharged and even more focused on specific things that I want to do in my career and just personal. And yeah, that could be like a little summary of what's been going on with me for the past month.
See, and that's important. And Sophia, I always tell people, you've got to go overseas. You've got to travel. We decided a couple weeks ago, only a few people know, we're going to have a place in the southern part of Italy. And now I know why, because we like that Mediterranean setting. But I've always been turned on to a lot of our Greek heritage for stuff, and obviously the Italian side, which is why we support the arts. And you are in the arts. It's important what you're talking about and what you're doing.
I will be there for June and July for sure, and probably some August as well.
I'm sure it'll be nice to be back home in the areas, huh?
Yes, my mom needs me. We need to enjoy our parents. My mother, she's getting older, and it's a lot to confront when you get a parent getting older. But I want to enjoy her as much as I can.
Well, the other thing about Carol, Carol, was it the face cream that you're talking about? I think that's what you were interested in that.
Well, all of it, like the scrub, the fountain of youth. Like, who doesn't need the fountain of youth?
The fountain of youth. That's right.
I'm of an age right there with you that it's really especially important to pour into our skincare and to have products that are natural and not filled with harmful ingredients. I mean, that makes my heart leap, right? Because I feel good about putting it on my body. And so, and if it contributes to me having any glimmer of looking like you, I'm all in.
But promise, I can't see you, unfortunately. I see face, but I'm sure you're beautiful. But this definitely is true nourishment. It's really, it's like going to the most wholesome organic place and eating. So imagine putting in every day. I mean, it doesn't. You see your skin absorb it. Like I see it goes in. It just and the glow because of something synthetic, right? It is or silicons. It's a glow that that brings out your natural glow because it's feeling the actually nourished and hydrated. So that's the difference.
Are you continuing in your product line development right now? Are you doing more? Are you just starting right here and then going from there?
I have 12 products, 8 formulas are ready to go.
Wow.
After that, there will be a chickpea fennel enzyme peel.
Ooh.
There is the radiant serum, which is more better.
Yeah, I love serums.
Yeah, the serum. But fountain of. I hope that all of you get the chance to try it. The fountain of youth, both of them, the serum and the fountain of youth. But I'm fountain of youth first because I'm just so incredibly confident that people love it.
Mark Miller, did you have a question?
I don't have a question. I just have an observation that this is a fun place to be and a lot of good information. And also just recognizing that all of us want pure water and want to have fun, to be able to have the peace of mind that no matter what happens, we don't have to say, I wish I had. We can be prepared for whatever happens, and we can help others at the same time that normally would be challenged. Now they don't have to be concerned because we are helping provide that to those that serve them as well.
Yeah, so a good source of use is with Mark in the water. Absolutely. That's very, very true. Hey, we got to talk about Test Man. Very important. It's about that dress. It's about those photos. So Terry, you interviewed her in that dress. I was at another one. Usually I'm at Jonathan Baker's event or the Academy Museum. Terry, since you interviewed her, talk about that.
Well, that dress was absolutely stunning. I think that we just showed a picture of it at Jonathan's house, which
Yeah,
is the Warren Beatty's old house with Sophie standing by the pool. It's absolutely beautiful. So you want to talk a little bit more about that dress?
absolutely. Because it was beautiful. I just know it was cold, and I'm like, she doesn't look cold. She knows how to play it off.
So unusual, but I loved it. I fell in love. She came to my her assistant and tailor, and we tried a whole bunch of dresses on, and I just fell in love with the color. It's perfect. Even though it's very constructed and flattering, it was very, very comfortable. I had it on for many hours, which is usually an Oscar day. That's what you do. And it was perfect. I loved the color. I loved how she tailored it and what she emphasized. It's just beautiful. Yeah.
And so talk about that. We had a bunch of people, a bunch of the vendors. Once you left, they're like, "Who was that? We want to give her more products." They were talking about eyelashes, hair, you
Oh my,
name it. They're still, because I'm in contact with a bunch of them with Heather and Nicole. They still want to give you things. Like, the good thing, she's got her brand out, so that's good.
times because I work so much on the skincare, uh, it doesn't, because I mean there is testings, there is MOCRA, there's FDA requirement, a law change. You add. There's so much to work on day, right? So for me, the right thing to do right now is actually endorsements. So if any of them want not a skincare line, but cosmetics, hair products, health and fitness, or anything that has to do with wellness, longevity, that of course is super aligned with what I do and what my purpose is, and my skincare line is very interested in endorsing. Absolutely.
So we got the Los Angeles Week International Film Festival coming up. That'll be great. It's always great to see it. Last year I was there for opening night, and I missed the rest of it because I forgot where it was. I think I was in Atlanta or something. But that's one of my favorite film festivals. It's always good to promote the arts, those films, what Tasha's doing, what Howard's doing. Because Howard, if we got good sound on you, talk about just a little bit so Sophia could hear where you come from, because you're about beauty and you're about art, which is most important. And
Yeah.
Nashville Public Television and public television.
Yeah, I'm a native Nashville, have been all my life. I'm an avid art collector. Sotheby's that
we
I'm
lost them.
selling. And when I do that, I'm going to move to Chattanooga because I want to be closer to more sorry about that, more cosmopolitan area. I figured if I lived in Chattanooga, I could go to Knoxville and Atlanta and Highlands and Nashville and everywhere within 2 or 3 hours and come back. I'm not a big vacation person. I've not taken a vacation in my life, really. I mean, I went to Bahamas and I went to see my daughter-in-law in California, but it really wasn't a vacation. It was just what I did. So, but
Well,
I'm more into collecting.
Howard, it was super cool to see you talk about Minnie Pearl and the post that Brian did about your museum visit. But your house is a museum. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, it is, and I bought something else again today. So every day off, I'm going to go get a little something else. So, but I found a great, beautiful bargain the other day. I can't decide if I want to keep it or sell it, but I'll probably sell it because I'll make more money and buy something else. So anyway, I'm at that point in my life now. I want to just change it and get a new look. So after spending all my lifetime getting this look, I'm going to change it.
And Sophia, since you're that artist, I've heard some of things that you have in your home that are very creative. When do you get a chance to be creative on the artistic side for you?
Well, I haven't lately since I've been creative. Actually, it's been very creative too. Creating a skincare line is very creative. But yes, I paint. I do paint. I draw. I started very early on, also in fashion design, actually. At 19, I already sold my first designs. And then all the way to, I was very, very young. I thought I was going to go into fashion designer. And then I thought, okay, I need to focus. I met Milton Katselas, my first acting coach, and at the Beverly Hills Playhouse. And he said, talent will never be your problem. I need you to focus and pick one thing. So I picked one thing, and it was acting. And that's how I embarked on my acting careers. First on stage, I did study with Milton Katselas for 16 years and Ivana Chubbuck throughout many, many television series because I've done 8 of them, you're right. And of course, also recurring like for Dick Wolf, the Chicago Justice, or Criminal Minds Beyond Borders, or other things that are still airing, fortunately, because it gives me the support and residual checks, like Friends and ER and Caroline in the City is still airing and CSI Miami, of course, my 7 years of CSI Miami as Detective Yelina Salas, that is showing in like it was showing in over 180 countries, which is like phenomenal, right? And right now in New York at the Paisan Con, we had so many Soprano fans and fans of my character, the mafia boss, Annalisa Zucca, that they came from all over. Someone flew in from London to meet me. And it's heartwarming. It's really lovely. It's lovely.
I saw a lot of the photos. That was great. It was good to see a lot of your old cast members. Which is great.
Yes.
It was. I always love talking to David Chase, and I don't think I ever got a chance to interview throughout the TCA stuff. All the shows you were on. We were there when David first started. And James. Very very nice guy, but he had to get to know you. But a really, really warm guy. And when he did his first directorial, and that's where he and I bonded over Vietnam vets. And that was really, really important for him. That was his baby. You don't go up and ask him for a photo. You don't do that. You respect that man. He will respect you back. And that's what I really loved about him. Favorite memory of James, besides that dress?
Favorite memory is just how incredibly generous he was with me to allow me to bring what I envisioned for this character and my research. I had done a lot of research on mafia women. I wanted to bring, think back 20 years ago. This is not now, the Me Too and women empowerment. This is still 20 years ago or a little more. So I wanted to bring women as we are, feminine women, but powerful. And there's many, many, many of them. They might be on the wrong side of the law, but these women, I read a book that Tim Van Patten had given me, the director, a thick book of women in mafia. And like I said, these women might be on the wrong side of the law, but extraordinary, strong, but mothers, kind of like in the Sopranos, where, you find there is, yes, there's a lot of killing, obviously, but it's in the end, what people really relate to is there's a lot of food and there's a lot of family. We all can relate to family. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's become famous because of the killing. It's become famous because of the family, the food, that sense of Italian American sense of humor, but family we can all relate to. And in every project, it doesn't matter what it is, right? Whether it's science fiction, romantic comedy, drama, whatever it is, an audience wants to find something we relate to that inspires us, that has a parallel to our lives. And I think The Sopranos brought that, not the killing part, the other part.
Hey, Tosh, you're the youngest of all of us. Have you seen The Sopranos yet?
I haven't, but I used to watch CSI Miami, and I remember your character very, very vividly until what happened to the character? I remember it was like the first 3 seasons, and then your character never came back until later.
So 3 seasons, I was a homicide detective, and that is when I went to Rome, and my dad was passing. So Ann Donahue allowed me to step out for a year, but then the fans wrote in a lot and basically asked me back. And so
Yeah,
here,
you were one of my. I remember I used to watch it. Oh my god, like right before going to school, and I was always like, "Yeah, Miami," and you were such a badass too. Like it was.
thank you. The fans really have an incredible amount of influence. So even with my skincare line, it's definitely been a big part. The responsible ones are the fans. I'm very grateful. But the fans asked me back, and so Ann Donahue recreated another. I became an undercover. I was reinvented 3 times, and then I was recurring because at the same time, in the end, I was doing also another show called The Border in Canada for CBC.
Wow. Well, it's
You know-
super interesting too that what you asked, Brian, what you asked Sophia about creativity, because healing occurs in the creative side of the brain. And it's interesting to hear about the creative interplay and the authority and power that you brought to feminism in your role of the mafia boss. So I'm kind of putting things together here in my mind about, you know, how you've been able to take who you are and incorporate it. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, and I find that you have an extraordinary observation. Mhm. Yes, you know, artists, you're not going to find an artist that didn't have some sort of a difficulty or hurdle to overcome. And I had my share. So the creativity, I would say, and I'm a good chef. I love painting. I love design. I love fashion design. I love performing. I love writing. I love creating skincare. So there's a lot of creativity. For me, it has been definitely, in simple words, therapy. In simple words, a way to get my power back and fill me myself with love that I could give back and to find my true purpose. It's been a hard, some of it. I don't want to go through it again, but extraordinary nevertheless. And it filled me with so much to give.
Right, we got a couple minutes left. Carol, give your social media links for everybody.
Okay, you can reach me at Carol Register on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Jump into the Heal Your Limiting Money Beliefs and Unlock Your 7-Figure Wealth Masterclass. It's this Thursday, the 15th at 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm so excited to bring you value.
Terry Marie.
Terry Marie Nonstop on all platforms.
Mark Miller.
On safercleanerwater.com. We also are on Facebook as well. And I've listened here to hear how people are interested, not only what you put on your body, but what you put in your body as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Vocally Tosh.
Yeah, so find me at Vocally Tosh on all social media platforms. Natasha Rumbos on all streaming platforms to listen to my music. We are dropping a new single May 23rd, so that's exciting. It's a mix of old school bachata with some reggaeton in there. So I'm excited to bring that. Oh, Gloria's already like, yeah. And yeah, that's what we got today. Vocally Tosh.
Howard Wiggins.
Howard Wiggins Facebook, but I do have one question for Sophia. Since I'm an art collector, what type of art do you do and what media is it?
I have done from charcoal, pencil with my fingers to oil and acrylic.
Okay. All right. Is it contemporary, traditional?
Oh no, more traditional. Yes.
Traditional
I love
figures or
painting
still life?
women faces. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Howard's going to buy something. He likes to spend his money, Sophia, on art. His art's worth a lot of money.
Invest in my skincare line. I'm looking for investors.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can do that. Gloria.
Yes. Well, if you want to reach me directly, ask me a question. I may not know the answer, but I will know someone who does. You can find me at La Bogada. I love helping people. Whatever general advice I can give you, I'm happy to. Facebook and Instagram probably are my number one source of direct messages from people all over. My favorite kind of advice to give is the kind of advice you need in your life, whether it's legal or not. So I have lived and happy to help.
And she's one of the best attorneys in the country. You don't want to mess with Gloria. Sophia, you get the last word. First of all, favorite food and favorite music. If you had to be stuck on an island off the top of your head.
You were breaking up. What did you just say?
Favorite food and what's a favorite music song that you like when you're thinking of?
Ooh, okay. I am a salsera. You know that. So I love Latin music. I love Italian music. I do love Bocelli and I love Lucio Dalla. Caruso is the first thing that comes to my mind. If I was stuck on an island, I'm very, very happy with just plain fish and some salad. It's my favorite food. Yeah.
And the last thing, pre-orders, going to your website, supporting the arts, right?
Yes. So you can go. Oh, from me, or are you asking someone else? It's
No, for
okay.
you.
So you can go and we just started an Instagram for Radiant by Sofia Milos. You can go on my website, Radiant by Sofia Milos, and pre-order the Fountain of Youth right now, which is an extraordinary cream. You're gonna love it. I promise you. I promise you. If you don't, send it back. So, but you can find me, Sofia Milos, on Instagram, and take this opportunity to thank everybody that follows me every single day, sends their love. I send my love right back to you. You can find me on my Facebook page as well, Sofia Milos, and profiles and Twitter, whatever, and everything on there. But mostly Instagram and Facebook page.
And don't forget to check out that series, Graves End, which I liked also.
Graves in season 2 on Amazon Prime. I'm not sure yet if this year I will be doing season 3 or not. We'll find out soon. But I know that they're getting Shaquille O'Neal joined the cast. Can you believe it?
Wow.
I do. I can.
Amazing. Yes, amazing. And like I mentioned, I'm very, very excited. So put your energy for The Miracle of the Clubs, which is an extraordinary movie that we're going to shoot January, February, and March. Fantastic.
And I got to thank everybody. And I always say this, have a good night tonight, a better day tomorrow. You see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours because the world needs it. I'm Brian Sebastian. This is Movie Reviews and More, and we will see you next week.
Bye.